All right, welcome back to Bitcoin Advisors channel. My name is Chris, bringing it to you here from Westlake Village, California. It is a little bit of a later afternoon and plenty to talk about today. The ECB just sped up the taper. They said they are going to not only increase rates, but they're going to lower the amount of stimulus money they're pumping into the economy. And then we had the inflation numbers come out today at 7.9% as expected, another 40-year high. And of course, there's going to be more of that to come in the coming months. And Bitcoin price action, we'll talk about that. Some of the underlying market dynamics, we'll take a look at the Nasdaq, the dollar, gold. We'll even touch on Luna, Atom, XRP, and Cardano. And so first things first, let's take a look at the underlying market dynamics. And first thing on the board is the open interest, which is taking a leg up to about 11 billion here. So taking a little leg up from yesterday. And then the leverage ratio, actually funding rates here. Funding rates are positive right now. So you are paying to go long. And the leverage ratio just took another leg up today. Fear and greed index coming up at a 28, so up slightly out of the extremely fearful zone. And then we've got Bitcoin price action. So let's jump right into it. On the daily time frame, we are still waiting for a daily closure above 46. And now I've raised the resolution point up to about 37,000. So any kind of a move outside of that range is going to likely get our next big move. And again, 52,000 to the upside and 28,000 to the downside. And what does that look like here? Yeah, so 52,000 to the upside. And where does that get us to the downside? And if you want to be more conservative, I'd be looking somewhere around 31 with a short stop here at 34.5. And really, that's the same thing we've been looking at for some time. We did get a bit of a fake out. We did say yesterday, any kind of a 4-hour closure back above, what was it? Any kind of a 4-hour closure on CMEs it was. We said any kind of a 4-hour closure above 39,530 very likely would get us the next move to the upside. I was looking for continuation a bit further here. Got that wrong. But I did say 2 days ago that we'd be looking for this fib retracement to get broken. So from this wick to this wick, right? We wanted to get above the 618 to get confirmation to the top side of the range. I did say that. Not that I'm trying to be a mathematician or anything like that, but yeah. So now where are we at? Kind of stuck in the mud here. I think the market doesn't know what to do. Nasdaq did put in another lower high here on the 4-hour, getting rejected off the green 55. So that looks good for some more downside. And what about the daily? The daily closed here down, getting rejected at the 9 exponential. However, we do have 3 drives of hidden bullish divergence, and that's where price is making lower lows, RSI is making higher lows, and that does give me a target up at least to the 21 at 14,053. So that would line up with a bounce on Bitcoin here probably tomorrow, a little bit of a relief bounce. If you had to ask me, today is going to close. And this is a bearish continuation candle for anything of note there. This day will close in the next hour and 14 minutes. And I would say this, that, yeah, probably gets a small bounce. And if we cannot get a 4-hour closure back above 42,665, I will look for some more, downside, maybe fill in this area a bit more. No major news on the war. No major news on inflation other than it's way higher than expected. We're all paying a lot more at the gas pump, and I think that does bleed over into the stock market at some point. I do believe this is kind of our last month to get a relief rally because when inflation numbers come out next month, and be keeping an eye out on how the market reacts to that 0.25% rate hike on March 16th, which that's likely already priced into the market because they said that's what we're going to do. So the market is always looking forward. And so I likely think that's already priced in and maybe alongside a little bit of a bounce. And we got the dollar just screaming up to the moon. Again, that target on the dollar is about 103 to the upside, and any kind of a daily closure back below 94. And I would say, probably going to come down a bit more, but I don't see that happening in the short term. Let's check in on Atom, Luna, and Matic. So Atom, where is this playing out on the daily time frame? If we go from wick to wick here, we got up to the 0.5, almost to the 618, and that is where your traditional bull trap is. And we did close back below the 382, and that's where we're getting held up right here. That is typically not a good sign and does look like a bit of a bull trap in the making. Where would the next target down be? Any kind of a daily closure? Let's see. Yeah, any kind of a daily closure. First stop's going to be 23.54. That's a daily closure below 27.23. And I'd say if this wick gets taken out, the targets are looking a little deeper, maybe around 10 to 17 bucks. I don't think that's happening today or tomorrow, but that's something to be aware of. And then Luna, kind of the darling of the market at the moment. Luna did make a new all-time high today. I believe it was yesterday. We had a new all-time high yesterday. Not on a closing basis. Today, if we close anywhere here or higher, we will have a new all-time high on a closing basis. And that is technically going to be the beginning of a blue sky breakout. But I would wait to call it with the daily closure above $103. And I'd want to see Bitcoin play out that bounce to the top side of the range. And that would look very good for some more continuation on this target here. This is, the measure move on this consolidation here. Again, has a target up here at about $142 or $140. And, that's going to happen over maybe a few weeks, not today or tomorrow. All right. And where would that get invalidated? Any kind of a daily closure back below 75, more conservatively 69. And I would say that party is over. Okay, let's take a look at XRP and Cardano, some people's favorites. XRP stuck in the sand, stuck in the mud, whatever you want to call it. It is stuck here at about 74 the past couple of days. And again, the resolution of the range at the top side, 90 cents, gets you a move up to $1.07. And so I'll just mark these off so we can keep track of it. We're looking for a daily above 90 cents or below. To be conservative, I'd move it down to here, right? And there you have it. So to the upside and to the downside, we're right in the middle of the road. That is a no trade zone for me. You typically want to, sell on the top side of the resistance and buy on the bottom side. And that means we're right in the middle right now. So downside target, 40 cents. Upside target, $1.08. And that's with resolution of this range that has been cooking since about December. All right, let's take a look at Cardano. Where are you, Mr. ADA? Where is it? Where are you, Mr. Cardano? I'm just going to throw it up there. And Cardano is still holding on to the bottom side of this trend line here. And does that look like a bit of a falling wedge? Which, technically speaking, those typically are resolved to the upside. But Cardano has been nothing but Cardano for some time now. As the rest of the market was rallying, we've seen Cardano just kind of take it on the chin, and I would draw it something like this. So falling wedge like this and a break outside of this red wedge would give you a nice move up to that purple 200. So I'd say any kind of a daily closure back above, what is that, a $1.02. So I'll mark that off here. And to the downside, I'd be looking for a move. And this thing's going to do whatever Bitcoin does, but more, right? That's just where we're at. And this coin has been relatively weak in comparison to other altcoins. So just to give us a downside target here. And that will line up for a first stop here. Second stop comes right in at the 2618. So I'm just going to mark these areas off so we have them, and I'm going to put XRP and Cardano right next to each other so we can continue to follow up on them. There they are. XRP and Cardano. All right, that's going to wrap it up today, guys. I know it's short and sweet today. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, we are not financial advisors. It's not financial advice. But if you enjoyed the daily analysis, click that subscribe button below. Get reminded of all the future daily updates. And also, if you're interested in learning about incorporating Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies in your IRA, you can click on the link in the description below. Thanks and have a blessed day.